What's going on, folks? It's your man Jay Will. Finally doing a live stream. It's been a minute since I did a live stream, but it's time to get one going. So, just want to say hello to everybody out there. It is Friday, and we are going to kick this thing off. Let's see. I don't think I titled my stream. I just jumped online. It's like that sometimes. Just want to get online and hang out with everybody. No, I'm not doing a phone giveaway. Let me change that. Hey, everybody. I need to hurry up and change that title for people start thinking I'm doing another phone giveaway. What's going on, folks? Sorry if I misled you. I wasn't trying to do any kind of clickbait. You know, I just kind of didn't update my link there, but it's updated now. So I'll get those new links sent out ASAP. How's everybody doing? Testing out the new gaming laptop for live stream. Let's talk about T-Mobile and Sprint. Yeah, this is what we have to do. We got to talk about T-Mobile and Sprint, man, because I think it's actually going to happen this time. There's a lot of not controversy, but there's a lot of talk about that. So we'll get that done. Let me pop out this chat here. All right. Well, I've been kind of testing out Windows. You know, I do have if you didn't know, I got another Windows gaming laptop, and I got it for gaming, but I was like, I'm gonna use it for this live stream just to see how it is. Is audio good? Audio's good. Give me a thumbs up if you hear some good audio. But I'm just kind of getting things set up here. Let me erase that thing that says I'm giving away a phone for sure, because I don't want a bunch of people to run up in here like, yo, Jay, giving a phone again. No, I'm not doing a phone giveaway yet. I got stuff to give away, but not yet. Okay, yeah, there it is. Not doing a phone giveaway right now. Definitely just want to chat. I didn't get a chance to update my links, but I haven't done a live stream in a while, and I decided to go ahead and do a live stream to hang out with you guys for a little bit, just to talk about T-Mobile and Sprint for a moment. I think it's probably going to happen this time, folks. It's actually probably going to happen. Yeah, I think it's probably going to happen. So, wow, this will take them to another level. First of all, how's everybody doing? How you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing good. I hope so. I'm doing good. I've been off the grid for a little bit with the live stream thing, that is. Been trying to take care of business, you know. Everybody's good? All right. Hey, there's Susan. Okay, Terry. I see a lot of the regulars in here. Malik. Just kind of, the chat is going really fast for me, so if I don't call your name out, that just doesn't mean that I don't see you. But you know, I just wanted to touch bases with you guys, man. I've been doing a lot of podcasts. If you're not following me on my Spreaker podcast, you definitely need to check that out, because I've been doing more podcasts than live streams lately. So Trend2816, I see you. What's going on? Definitely want to follow me on my live podcast. I don't do it on just Tuesdays now. I've been kind of doing it like every random day that I can, you know. So be sure to check that out. But I just been kind of reading the news, you know, and I saw the Avengers this morning, by the way. I went to an early show. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I was actually kind of disappointed, not with the movie itself, but the ending. It's very frustrating, but it is what it is. No spoilers here. So yeah, man, Sprint and T-Mobile have been trying to merge for how long? This is the third time. I think this is the third time. And I don't think, you know, they know what they want to do. However, I do know that T-Mobile is probably the better company of the two. And I'm not saying that because I have T-Mobile as a primary carrier. I used to have Sprint as my primary carrier a while back when Sprint was really, really hot. But currently, you know, Sprint is sinking. It's a sinking ship, and this isn't something that's new. This is something that we all knew about, though, and you know, it's kind of unfortunate, you know, that Sprint there's not all bad to Sprint. When I say T-Mobile is the better company, it's not all bad, because let's be honest here. T-Mobile, I've had them for 24 years, and they're not the best in a lot of areas. Like, their service falls. I don't even get good service upstairs in my office. That's not good. That's not a good look. You know, I don't even get service that great in my, I'm getting like, I could do a speed test right now with T-Mobile. Now, T-Mobile says that they have great service, right? I could do a speed test right now. And even though we have devices that are penetrating with band 12, everybody says, I gotta have band 12. I can do a speed test right now, and what you see online is not like what's happening in reality. Now, Sprint may not be the best company. However, their 3G service, CDMA, is always going to be better for phone calls. You know, it's, look at, I'm getting 2 megabytes down, 3 megabytes now. That's horrible. This is what T-Mobile is saying is great service. I'm going to show you this. Look at that. That's not that great. Look at those speeds. 6 down. I mean, then I got an error, and then I got a server error. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of a mixed bag with T-Mobile. When I stand by the towers, I'm getting fantastic service, but in my house, service sucks. You know what I'm saying? Cricket is actually better than T-Mobile when it comes to stability, because Cricket runs off of AT&T. So I'm doing another speed test here, and I got 7 down. The first time I got an error in the speed test app. However, you know what I mean? Like, T-Mobile is good, but Sprint is going to reach where T-Mobile can't reach. And, you know, got another server error. You know, again, that might be the app, but nonetheless, you know, Sprint is gonna reach for voice calls where T-Mobile can never reach. You know, even if it's just 3G. You know, so you know, I didn't make a video here to hate on T-Mobile. It's not what it's about. It's about really, you know, the truth. And as much as I like T-Mobile, you know, if they can grab some of Sprint's network and make it work in our favor, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? But I'm not even gonna tell you that T-Mobile service is perfect. In no way. It's great when I'm out traveling and stuff. Like when I leave where I live, it's actually pretty decent. But you know, that's a Galaxy Note 8 I'm using, by the way, too. And you know, it's still not, it's not boss like what they put out there for the masses. It's good and everything. However, it's not as good as what they portray, you know, in all the videos. And again, I'm not making this video to hate on T-Mobile. It's not what it's about. It's about the truth, and every customer is not getting that great service. But you know, been with them so long. I opened the Cricket account, by the way, and you know, Cricket service is way better than T-Mobile's inside of my house. Unfortunately, they don't have the high speeds that T-Mobile have. You know, they're limited on their speed. So I actually, when I first heard about the merger years ago, because remember, this is the third rotation of this. When I first heard about that merger, I was totally against it. You know what I'm saying? Because T-Mobile was on the rise, and you know, Sprint was still actually not that bad of a company. Now Sprint is like a downhill slope, man. They're not going to be able to recover from any of this. So I feel like you know, if they merge now, T-Mobile's going to be on top. I mean, they're not going to be on top of the other carrier. Obviously, it'll be down to 3 big carriers, which will, I think T-Mobile will have about 127 million. What's going on, Nick Gray? I appreciate it, man. Please spread some BlackBerry love. You know, I'm true BlackBerry, man. Come on now. T-Mobile will have probably about 127 million. Verizon has what, 170 million, and AT&T has 150, something like that. I don't really know. I know they're all going to be in the millions. However, it doesn't make Verizon the better company. I got Verizon too, and their service was dead in my office as well. So AT&T is the only company that works in the office, man, and Sprint did also. But unfortunately, Sprint being CDMA, the way I like to change phones and stuff, what's going on, Jeffrey? The way I like to change phones and stuff, Sprint can't work for me. So, you know, I just can't see it happening. Like me switching only to Sprint. That's why I never just went with Sprint. But, you know, a company like T-Mobile or AT&T definitely are where I have to stay with a GSM provider, you know. And then if you want to live unlocked, shout out to Nigeria. If you want to live unlocked, you got to have some kind of GSM phone, you know. Even Google, man, I don't think Google's capitalizing with Project Fi because it runs on T-Mobile and Sprint. Now, don't be surprised all of a sudden if, you know, T-Mobile gets some kind of merger with Sprint, and when Google, T-Mobile, and Sprint, that would be a killer combo. I could see all of the Google devices on T-Mobile's network at that point because Project Fi, you know, Project Fi. So, I see you, Kevin, with the stroker, the 426 stroker. I see you. But, you know, what's going on, everybody? Everybody's stopping in. I appreciate y'all joining in, man. I know it's kind of early in the afternoon for some of y'all and late in the evening for some. But it's about 6:45 p.m. Central Standard Time here for me. So, wanted to start a live stream real fast. But, you know, it's unfortunate that I know T-Mobile, this time it's probably actually going to happen, folks. There's nothing stopping it at this point. I think the first time that it didn't happen is because of agreements with SoftBank. SoftBank didn't want to be secondhand. They didn't want to play side person. You know, they didn't they didn't want to be the side person. They wanted to be out front. The shareholders, they want more, because if whoever has the most shareholders runs the company. I mean, that's kind of obvious. But SoftBank wasn't really, they weren't trying to hear it, man. So, but the fact is, you know, Sprint is not a popular company right now. T-Mobile is. And T-Mobile is the overall better company, but T-Mobile still needs to work on their network. And that's just how that's what my experience is. As you saw, I just did a live speed test for you, and I could barely get, you know, 8 down, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a catch-22, man, with some of these, with these companies when they're promoting themselves as being fantastic and all this other stuff. You know, how do you Verizon? You know, Verizon uses GSM and CDMA. That's not something that's new. It's just that they would have to bring new phones. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Eric? I see you guys. Alex, I saw you guys. CDMA and GSM phones are not something. I mean, Motorola's got a bunch of them right now where phones work on all carriers. That's not something that's a big deal. But, you know, it's a matter of the corporation themselves. They would need to start selling phones. They have CDMA and GSM already there. D'Angelo, I see. You know, they would need to, you know, have some new devices come to the board. And, you know, it's so sad because Google could jump in there and really capitalize on this, and so could Motorola, because Motorola's already bringing out a bunch of phones that work on both carriers. So Motorola could really capitalize on that. If Google was smart, they would be pushing for T-Mobile and Sprint to merge together, so then they can get their foot into the cellular game the right way. Because the way Google's doing it right now, the Pixel devices is looking pretty bad. You know, you got to buy them full cost. A lot of people don't like to do that. So Google could expand their operations, you know, and go full-fledged with something good. They can lock up with a carrier and make it good. You know, because the promos that Google runs now, they're all right. You know, like I'm looking at the website now, buy a Pixel XL, Pixel 2 XL, get a Google Mini on us. That's nothing. How many speakers do you actually need? I mean, those aren't really deals to people anymore. So, you know, I think Google needs some help too. All the Google fans, you know, all the Pixel fans are, oh, pro Pixel. The fact is, the Pixels aren't doing that great this time around. They did great the first time around, but after that, it's not doing too great. They're not getting all these rave reviews like, you know, that Google thought they would, and the phones aren't doing as good as they thought they would. You know, they got to sell them on Fi at a discounted cost to try to move them a little bit. You know, that's probably got to be frustrating to them. But I think you know, having the Pixel devices, you know, linked with a carrier, that might be pretty hot right there. That might be pretty hot. That might be something that Google should be trying to push for. Yeah, so Sean said he's been saying that Google needs Sprint and T-Mobile. You know, I don't doubt you. You know what I mean? I don't understand why, you know, Google is doing so bad with their... Well, one reason why I think Google is doing so bad with their phones is because of the price. They're pulling a OnePlus. You know, they're pulling that OnePlus on them, and you know, you can only jack the price up so much. And consumers aren't buying. I mean, the only consumers that are buying the Pixel that are not techies right now is who? Verizon customers. That's pretty much it, because they're the only ones that has access to them right now. Like, they can just walk into a store and get one. You know? So, you know, right now, it's going to be tough for Google to move phones. So, Sean, you know, I don't disagree with you right there when you say, you know, you've been saying, you know, I think that's a good idea. Sprint and T-Mobile, I mean, the reason I say that is because obviously Project Fi runs on Sprint and T-Mobile. So Google would have everything to gain by jumping on board and pushing for Sprint and T-Mobile to merge. Like, they would have nothing but love. They should be forking over money to help make it happen. You know? Read a couple of comments I see here. Oh, I don't know, Jay. Well, obviously, JL Johnson says, why did T-Mobile stop the Note 8 update for Oreo? Obviously, some people's phones are bricking. They're having some problems. So, yes, I like Can Man Fish Tips. Sucks when flagship phones are tied to a carrier. Those exclusive deals. Yeah, you know, when a phone is a good phone and it's locked to a carrier, it's unfortunate, man. Because right now, they're kind of pulling the wool over our eyes. And I'll say our eyes, even though I live unlocked a lot. You know, I don't buy a lot of carrier phones. If I do, I just buy them. But they're pulling the wool over our eyes when it comes to this financing thing. You know, when you think about this, they're making you pay full cost for your phone, and you still have to pay your cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? I take you out, guys. See, man. You know, that's the best reason that you want to buy your phones outright, and then just buy the unlocked version so you can move around if you want to. And again, Motorola is not capitalizing because they sell phones that work on all carriers, and they're not taking advantage of the situation, man. They're not doing it for whatever reason. They're not doing it. They should definitely be taking advantage of this situation. And getting involved, you know, like Sprint, T-Mobile, Google, and Motorola can do big things right now. Motorola could save T-Mobile in a lot of ways if they do merge, you know. Read a couple comments here. Yeah, always buy outright. You know, yeah, buying outright is the best way. So you can switch your plan around if you want to. You can leave if you want to. You can do whatever you want to do, really. You know, that's just what it is. What's going on, James? I see. There's a lot of phones out there. But see, the thing is, the first phones that come to mind are Motorola phones. When I hear about phones that work on all carriers, Motorola is the main company that I think of, because in the U.S. they're the ones doing it right now. There's not a lot of other phone manufacturers. What's going on, Brad? I see you, man. There's not other phone manufacturers that are making their phones work on CDMA and GSM. It's just not happening. So Motorola is a great company, man. I don't know. I see Lee saying, you know, Motorola. No one wants Motorola. No, Motorola is a great company. Huawei is a great company. ZTE is a great company. The companies who are good, HTC, they don't get the shine because of two companies. I mean, this is an old story. We've heard this before. They don't get the shine they deserve in the U.S. because of two companies. They have more money and do more marketing. And who can name those in the comments? What two companies are there? What two companies get all the shine in the U.S.? Not throwing shade, but which two are they? This is one of the easiest questions that anybody can answer if you live in the U.S. There's one. There's two. There they are. Yeah, it's very easy. And so it's not that those two companies are the greatest companies. Don't get me wrong. They have great products. Don't get it twisted. You know I rocks with Samsung and Apple. However, still want variety. Still want variety. You know, you got to have some variety and mix it up. And, you know, to me, it goes back to me talking about companies releasing phones too soon. That sounds crazy, man. People always say, oh, Jay, that's crazy. why wouldn't you want a company to release the phones quickly, like every year? Well, is it really necessary? That's the question. It's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? Prometheus. I see everybody in the live stream right now. I appreciate it, man. It's about 6:54 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is the 27th of April, and we are closing out, heading into May. So I want to do a quick stream for you guys and touch bases, because this merger thing is it's picking up a lot of steam, and it's probably going to happen this time, folks. It's looking like it's going to happen. I mean, they're in the final stages. This isn't like before. They're kind of in the final stages of making this thing happen. So at this point, I'm not even upset anymore. I appreciate it, Kirk Thompson. I see. I'm not even upset anymore, because the first 2 times I was mad. I was like, I don't want them to merge. But now, as long as it can benefit T-Mobile, and they pull anything great that's left of Sprint, I'm all for it. And I really want Google to get involved. I want Google to get involved, man. I want Motorola to get involved. All the regulars in here, Terry, Keller, I see all y'all guys, man. Malik. Oh, man, here we go. LaShawn must have heard me talking about Google Pixel. Here he is, folks. Everybody give it up for LaShawn. There he is. He must have heard me talking about Pixel, and he came on in. Everybody give it up for LaShawn. He's here. He has arrived. LaShawn is here. LaShawn is here. He has arrived, and we need to give it up for LaShawn. Yeah. So LaShawn, I want to get your take on it, though. All right. So basically, we know that right now Sprint and T-Mobile are in the final stages of a merger, right? I say that Google needs to get involved. I think Google should be backing this right here. You know, they should be backing T-Mobile and Sprint's merger. Here's why. Because Google Fi runs on Sprint and T-Mobile's network. Why wouldn't Google be pushing for this? I think it will benefit Google in a major way. That takes away the power from Verizon. Because right now, if you want to get a Pixel, and you know, the thing is they're going to taunt people for leaving Verizon. Forget Verizon. This would open up a big door for T-Mobile, Sprint, and Google. That's what it would do. Yeah. Oh, and Google Fiber. Shout out to Malik. You're right. Google Fiber. That's another thing. That's another thing. There's a lot of reasons why Google should be backing the T-Mobile and Sprint merger. They have a lot to win from this. They have a lot to win. They may have a contract with Verizon, but I don't think it can mess with this. This is bigger than a little cell phone contract with Verizon. We're talking about, they have a contract with Verizon for a couple of Pixel phones. They don't have a contract with Verizon for Google Fiber, for Fi. They don't have a contract with nothing like that. They don't have that wouldn't affect Fiber, none of that stuff. It would be better. Okay, so LaShawn said he agrees, man. I think a lot of people, they can't sue Lee, man, they can't sue for something that has nothing to do with one thing. I agree with you. They do have a contract probably still with the Pixel devices, but they don't have a contract with Fi. They don't have a contract with Project Fi or Google Fiber, so they can't touch that. And you think Google's going to stop their progress? They're going to stop making money because of Verizon getting mad? Nah, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Nah. If Google was smart, they would jump on board and start pushing Fi with Sprint and T-Mobile and pushing for the merger. They could sell so many phones. Right now, I mean, you must be a Verizon customer. Verizon doesn't have the best service. Remember, every area has a great service point. Verizon has their strong suits. AT&T has theirs. T-Mobile has theirs. Sprint has theirs, and so on. Cricket, whatever. However, Verizon is a snake. They're charging a boatload of money for service, and it's not because it's the best service either. Verizon does not have the best service. I know this because I've traveled up to the mountains before, and nobody worked. It just didn't happen. Verizon may be good. I guess you like numbers, Lee. I like a good conversation, though, Lee. But numbers don't mean jack. You could be you can be the strongest guy in the world, all the muscles, but if you got a weak chin, it means absolutely nothing. You could be in the gym all day, pumping hard, doing all you want, but if somebody come along and tap that chin, trust me, I know. It don't matter how big you are, you can go down. And Verizon ain't no exception. Verizon may have a bunch of numbers and be big on top with numbers, but as a company, their service is whack. Their customer service is whack. They charge too much for bills. And it's just overpriced everything. So is AT&T. However, AT&T service reaches really far. An AT&T sub company, which is Cricket, is really, really good. Yeah, LaShawn, chin checked a lot of people. You got a weak chin. It don't matter how much you be in the gym. It's deeper than that. Okay, Lee, tell me how it's deeper than that. You know what, Lee? I want you to I gotta go get a phone so Lee can call me up and tell me how it's deeper than that. I don't see how it's deeper than that. Verizon is and Noble is right. Verizon is planning to discontinue their CDMA tech, but really they should keep that for voice. I think they've already done that for their LTE. So because they already have GSM LTE on their phones, that's why a lot of phones from Verizon work on T-Mobile and and T-Mobile and Verizon, they're all mixed. That's why it works. But Malik said protect your that's good you work in the business, Lee, but you don't have all the answers. Remember that interview with Sway and Kanye a long time ago? You don't have all the answers, Lee. You don't have all the answers. I gotta give you a hard time. Yo, but the thing is, man, Verizon may be a nice company for some things, but their bills are overpriced. They're charging way too much for customers. Their unlimited plans, are they really unlimited? Like with T-Mobile, you get 50 gigs of high-speed unlimited data. I don't think any other company's doing that. Yeah. Having all carriers too. I've tested them all and used them all and paid for them myself. Verizon, I forgot. LaShawn was with Verizon for 13 years. I forgot about that. Yeah, he was with them for a long time, and he switched over to T-Mobile, man. I just feel like the T-Mobile Sprint merger, like I said, I was against it. I'm not against it anymore. And it has nothing to do with being... See, John Ledger, his thing is he wants to push, I want to be the biggest. But again, being the biggest don't make you the best. Where I live at, T-Mobile services, I just did a speed test. You saw it was kind of lame. However, Verizon service, it's kind of lame here too, not great. AT&T actually has the better service in my house. Even Cricket has great service in here. Fantastic. That's what it is. I don't like where we are in the mobile industry because we're still being controlled. They still want us to pay. It's funny. Somebody laughed at me. I don't really care though. Chin check. I don't really care. Somebody laughed at me for saying I'd rather just go back to contracts. Because at that point, we were winning. You might not think we were winning with contracts. We were winning, though. Because you know why? And I know you guys know the answer to this. You know why we were winning when we were doing contracts? It's because the carriers, the companies, they were taking the L with the phones. They were taking the L with those phones. They need us to pay our bill to maintain service. But they were taking a huge L from the manufacturers buying all those phones. So when a person would cancel their contract, the company lose a lot of money. So they decided we're going to pull the wool over their eyes and make it seem like they said we're going to pull the wool over their eyes and make it seem like they're winning, but we're going to make them pay for their phone and we're going to make them pay for service. We're not winning when it comes to that. We're having to pay full cost for the phones. They're like, oh, zero down. I got great credit. So even if I would have tried to do like a credit check, I would still pay. I could get the phones for zero down. I know that doesn't apply to everybody, but still, if you can't finance a $500 phone, something wrong. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate it, Scott. Appreciate the love. But, Verizon, let me read this comment from James. He says, Verizon would benefit better with T-Mobile. With T-Mobile's towers, Verizon can get better service for their customers. That's definitely, I don't have a reason to disagree with that, You know. Brad is a semi-truck driver. Quite a bit of drivers. Verizon service is better than others. Not that much. Yeah, I see now. I'm not a truck driver, but I travel everywhere, and Sprint service is just as good for voice calls and stuff like that when you're traveling. It's really, really good. T-Mobile service is okay. You know, like we was in Florida last year for a vacation, and you know everybody's service worked. However, look where we were at. We were out in the open. You know. So real quick, I'm gonna answer a question about 5G. Shout out to Noble for pumping that question in there. 5G, my thoughts for the future. I feel like we're still not going to get... Now, consider this, right? How are the speeds overseas right now? Anybody know the answer to that? Don't forget about the 5G for the U.S. How fast are the speeds overseas right now, and how much are they paying? They're paying a heck of a lot less than we are. I think you guys have heard this before, though. Listen, over there, they pay less and get faster speeds. Over here, we pay more and get slower speeds. See? Eric knows. Over there, they pay less and get faster speeds. Over here, we pay more and get slower speeds. South Korea's speeds are ridiculously fast. You're correct. There is absolutely no reason why we should be paying more money and getting slower speeds. Why do you think the carriers are throttling our speeds? Like T-Mobile, oh, okay. T-Mobile may be a good company, but they stop us at 50 gigs. I remember using like 100 gigs in 1 month, 105 gigs, no slowdown. I had this plan 2 for 100. You guys remember that plan? Some of you guys might still be on it. 2 for 100 unlimited was a fantastic plan. Each additional line was $40. Those were actually unlimited speeds I was getting from T-Mobile. Then the people come along and start jailbreaking, then tethering out, canceling their home internet, using T-Mobile's network if they lived in a good area for high-speed internet. Thus, creating a really bad thing for T-Mobile on their network. It started to bog down. So okay, we gonna throttle everybody down. In the United States, man, we don't get we get like this leftovers, if you will. You know? All right, Jennifer. What's going on, Jennifer? I see you. Hola. But over here in the U.S., it's about that money. Okay, now the flip side to the speeds over here and over there is they have to pay full cost for their phones in most cases. If you live in the UK, where Techzilla at? Techzilla could tell you. Yeah, LaShawn, it's stupid fast over there. Techzilla can tell you that over there, he has to pay full cost. Somebody go get Techzilla. Over there, you have to pay full cost for your phone. That's the thing. You know, they may not have contracts and all this other stuff. However, yeah, somebody go get Techzilla for me, because he definitely can vouch for this one. You got to buy your phone full cost. They may have better speeds and maybe lower prices, but they got to pump out that cash every time they want a phone. And also, returns overseas don't exist. You buy that phone in the UK or wherever you at, that's your phone. It's a wrap. it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's just what it is. They're not playing around. Over here in the US, we got 30-day return policies. We got 14-day return policies. Do you know how it would impact us, and we would make smarter choices? And I'm gonna add me in there. Oh man, Eric's in here, John Mooring's in here. Man, we got the big dogs coming in. If in fact we were not allowed to return phones, imagine how much smarter our choices would be when it comes to not just phones, anything. But we're talking about phones and networks. So imagine if you couldn't return your phone after you bought it. How many people would not be quick to slop that cash out there and get that phone every time? You wouldn't do it. You'd be measuring 10 times like you're supposed to and cutting once. But since we do, that's why we have recertified, you know, and they're also making money off of restocking fees. You're absolutely right. That's why we got refurbished phones, recertified, all kind of, man, all kind of stuff going on over here in the U.S. We can just give it back. Will H is in it. You put the word out, y'all. You know, that's right. Cut once, measure 10 times, and cut once, Jennifer. That's what you got to do. Apple, no restocking fee. London Bridge, you're absolutely right. However, Apple's products don't get returned that much. The people who are buying Apple's products are already they're Apple fanatics already, more than likely, so they know what they want. You know what I mean? Tails B, I see. That's what it is. So I'm not saying Apple is just the best and they don't have. They're going to adapt a return policy. But you know why Apple really don't ever have to do a return policy? You know why? Look at how much their insurance costs. My MacBook Pro insurance, $300, and it doesn't cover lost or stolen. And you can only use it twice a year or something like that. That's why people are more careful with Apple products. Like my MacBook Pro, my MacBook is $299. My 5K is $170. That's on each one. It's the prices on the iPhones. It's now what, $300 now for the iPhone 8 Plus and X. I don't know what it is. And Apple's repair costs are ridiculous, so they can afford to not have a restocking fee. They got money out the gazoop zoo. You know what I mean? So I think they might adopt a return stocking fee if in fact they get a lot of returns, but I don't think Apple gets a lot of returns. Because most of the stuff I buy from Apple, I love it, man. I'll just sell it. You know, another reason I wouldn't even have to I wouldn't even have to return that with Apple. I could just put it back in the box and sell it and get full cost. I can sell it and make money. I made money off my first iPhone X that I sold. I made money. Made some cash. Yeah. Yeah, Apple's products are on point though. I give them that. So a lot of people look like you're just popping into the stream. So the stream is actually about T-Mobile and Sprint's merger, and we kind of tapered off. Yeah, I just looked up and saw Frank's comment. He said U.S. straight hustling folks, and you doggone right they are. So right now, Sprint and T-Mobile, they're actually, I think, in their final stages of this merger. So this time it's really gonna happen. I think it's really gonna happen this time. FCC ain't gonna do jack about it this time. I think they're gonna make it happen. And if it does happen, what we kind of teetered off into is that how Google and Motorola should be stepping up to push this merger. Especially Google, because Google has Project Fi. And what network does Project Fi run on? I think we all know. Sprint and T-Mobile. Yeah. Yeah, I know this. I know the merger can be canceled at last minute, but they're in the final stages now, and they're agreeing. They're agreeing right now. And I think the last time, like Eric was saying, somebody backed out, AT&T had to pay T-Mobile, what, $8 million or something like that? $3 million. T-Mobile built their network with that money. You know, Malik, I don't disagree, man. Malik is saying how, you know, don't be surprised if Google already got their hands in it. I wouldn't doubt it, man. I'm hoping this time that Google is involved because of Project Fi and these two networks. This will be a huge plus. And like London just said, the Google Pixel 2 is not worth $850, and I totally agree. But LaShawn is here, so get ready to get some backlash, London. You know, this, if you don't know who LaShawn is, I think you probably do. But he is here, and he's probably getting ready to say something about that. But in reality, the Pixel 2 is not worth $850. I'll definitely take the Note 8 over the Pixel 2. Sorry, LaShawn. The Pixel 2 is totally not worth $850. Now, Alex has a good question about Project Fi. Is it worth it? Well, I bought Project Fi, and I was on Project Fi for about 3 to 6 months, maybe. And I'm gonna say, here's why Project Fi isn't worth it. All right. Now, I'm not saying Project Fi is a bad idea. What I'm saying is their plans. Right now, their plans are not good. It's not worth it. The plans aren't worth it. The plans that Google have for Project Fi are too high, and they don't have any kind of unlimited plans. But this is where T-Mobile, Sprint, and Google can join together as one and offer unlimited plans. That would be a boss. That would be a boss. I recently just switched over my plan to the military plan for 4 of the voice lines and got all 4 of them for $100. And they give you the T-Mobile One military. I got everything. I was paying $200 before. Now I'm paying $100. So when they said 50% off, it's really 50% off. Literally, it's the real deal. And then they're offering stuff like 50% off the S9. Yeah, it's the Google Fi plans just don't measure up. And I think Google's testing the water, man. Whoever is said that Google's probably already involved, I don't doubt it, man. This might be something good. Everybody say what's up to Mom of 4. She finally made it in. I haven't been live in a long time, folks. Yeah. Mom of 4, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. I think that if T-Mobile and Sprint get together, Google better be involved. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that Google is involved, because if they're not, what are we doing it for? Why are we doing it? Like, what's the point? Just so T-Mobile and John Legend can say, oh, we got 127 million. Eventually, they will pass the AT&T. If Sprint and T-Mobile join, now you remember now T-Mobile, they're not that bad of a company. Now I'm telling you some spotty things that I got about them, but the thing is, if they join, we know for certain that they're going to pass AT&T. Because look at how many subscribers T-Mobile picked up in that short period of time. Think about this now. T-Mobile took off. Literally, they took off, man, and they picked up. They stole a lot of subscribers from other carriers. Let's keep it 100 here. However, they need some help. That's why they're talking about doing a merger. Yeah, they got to do something to maintain. So if you think it's a bad idea for them to join together, I don't know, man. I think I'm all for it this time around. I wasn't for it last time. This time, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm not going to say that I'm not, because it has nothing to do with the numbers. It has nothing to do with the numbers. It's more along the lines of what they're going to get from Sprint. And if they say yes, man, it's going to be something good, because then that opens the door for Google. Everybody's saying yes to John Moore's comment, and he said something about Verizon. I guess he's probably, Google needs to end the exclusive crap with Verizon. Totally agree. We were talking about that earlier, John. But the thing is, Lee was in here earlier saying, they can get sued. No, they can't get sued for something like that if they're just starting something new. And ultimately, what will happen is Google could now push Project Fi towards it will be like a carrier thing. It will be fantastic, man. It would be great. Google needs to be involved. Whether they dump Verizon with this Pixel deal or not, Verizon don't have nothing to do with Project Fi or Google Fiber. They have nothing to do with those. Google Fiber could be a boss thing that T-Mobile starts to offer, man. I would be all on that. Because right now I have Time Warner Spectrum 1 gig internet. I would definitely switch to Google Fiber. Google Fiber offers free internet. Did you guys know that? Did you know that Google offers free internet for Google Fi? Or Google Fiber? You don't have to pay for it. They'll come hook it up, and you're not going to get 1 gigabit. You're going to get like 3 megabits. You're going to get basic internet speeds to do basic web browsing. It'll be enough to stream in 480p probably. However, it's free. LaShawn said Google could be plans. Yeah, Google can make it happen, man. If they stay to the side like this and just watch, but who's to say, like, I think Malik said earlier that Google's not involved. We don't know. Tech Veiler's in here. All right, what's going on? Yeah, man, they need some help. And I think that's why this is about to go down. It's not really no joke, man. I think this time, like, as far as what I've read, they're in the final stages, man. And they're not playing around this time. They're going to make it happen. They're not going to let it slide by. They're gonna make it happen this time, and they're gonna close this deal. And I don't think the FCC is gonna be mad either. They're actually finalizing the deal, so they're already. Okay, let me read you something. So a new report from Bloomberg has a few more details about T-Mobile and Sprint talks, claiming that the deal will be of value for Sprint at around $24 billion. The report also claims that the current deal terms would give Deutsche Telekom 42% stake and 69% voting interest in the combined company. Now tell me this deal isn't about to happen. Tell me this deal isn't about to happen. Tell me it's not. SoftBank wants in. SoftBank, if you don't know, they're the shareholders for Sprint. So Sprint is just a Malik just put in there sinking ships. Sprint is a sinking ship. You know, LaShawn's crazy. He said Jay speak English. But basically, it will be good for Sprint financially, and T-Mobile can be the big dog. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. T-Mobile can stay the big, because they're not going to put. What's up, Nick? I see. They're not going. Chris, I say Chris is in here, folks. I didn't see Chris. They're not going to put Sprint as the name out front. Come on, Sprint is a. You say the name Sprint and people get mad, you know. But you say T-Mobile, people start thinking about. John Ledger and how all the free stuff. Think about all the things that John Ledger implemented and has taken T-Mobile to the next level. They give away something free every week. Remember when they was giving away pizzas and everything? They would give away shirts, umbrellas. I got a shirt upstairs. I got a hat. I got a Bluetooth. They give away so much stuff, man. Why would they put Sprint out front? Definitely not going to happen. They're going to put John Ledger out front. They're going to put him out front. And I say the name Sprint and I cringe. LaShawn's crazy. But it's true, though. It's true. They're gonna merge this time, I believe. I'm not speaking from facts. I'm just reading the report here, and it looks like it's looking pretty good. If you don't know, Sprint is about the money. Sprint wants money. The shareholders want to make sure that they're gonna make some money. All you have to do is say the name T-Mobile, and Sprint just made $5. It's just that's how it works. You can stand somebody that worked for Sprint next to a T-Mobile rep, and people gonna hug the Sprint rep just because. Sprint needs some love right now. Sprint need help. T-Mobile needs help, but Sprint needs more help because they are a sinking ship. How many subscribers does Sprint have? How many do they have? 40 million, 44 million or something like that? How many do they have right now? I need to Google it and see. Let me see. Sprint subscribers. Not much. Somebody says not much. Oh, man. That's bad. It's not looking good for Sprint, man. I can't even find any numbers on them for the last quarter. Oh, man. Sprint is not looking good. Let me see if I can find 2017. 4,400. LaShawn is crazy, man. Oh, man. That's bad. Fierce Wireless is talking about 2017. Alright, so let's see. Sprint has 57 million subscribers right now, looks like. Sprint isn't doing too bad, though. They have 57.7 million. And T-Mobile, well, that was actually as of 2015. Wait, let me back up. Let me go up and do this right. Let's do 2018. That was 2015. Man, I'm trying to find some updated numbers. They're just kind of doing the quarters and stuff like that, but that was 2015. T-Mobile's 1 million up, but see if y'all could open up y'all tablet or something like that and Google, see if you can find what Sprint's numbers are as of 2018. I can't really find anything. I'm horrible at Google, I guess. Hey, Sprint actually has good service in New York, though. Right? Sprint has great service in New York. Last I checked, right? Right? Yeah, I think Sprint has good service in New York. I'm pretty sure they do. and Chicago. Yeah, I knew it was something going on up there, upstate. I mean, Sprint was actually doing pretty good up there.
Try it free for 2 months.
Wait, you said 3 months?
Yeah, switch and get 2 months of unlimited.
A lot of the stuff
free
I'm finding
on a
online
network
with
that covers
Sprint, man, nobody really has their
99% of
real
people in the
numbers.
US.
They're just talking about how much Sprint is growing. But Sprint ain't growing that much because they get ready to do this merger for sure. I'm telling you, they're gonna do this. They're gonna do this merger. Yeah, in New York, yeah, they supposed to be doing. Sprint's supposed to be pretty good in New York. They're talking about Sprint is planning 5G and stuff like that just 2 or 3 months ago, but it's not. They need T-Mobile bad, man. They need them bad. Let's see if I can check T-Mobile and Sprint for 2017. Anybody find it? In Philadelphia, they're all right too. Yeah, I've been through Philly before, but I wasn't using Sprint. All right, let's see if I can. I think I found something. Man, let's see if it breaks it down. I don't think it's gonna break it down. All right, here we go. I found something. Here we go. All right, so in 2017, in December, Verizon had 150 million, AT&T had 141 million, T-Mobile had 72 million, and Sprint had 53 million. Even US Cellular got 5 million. You know, they stand strong. You know what I mean? So that was as of 2017. Fourth quarter 2017, Sprint got 53 million. T-Mobile got 70 million. They just killing it, man. T-Mobile is going to continue to go up. It's just not going to happen. No one's going to be able to stop them right now, man. No one's going to be able to stop them. It took T-Mobile 4 years to overtake Sprint. That's it. From 2013, in 2013, in January, T-Mobile only had 33 million and Sprint had 54 million. That's horrible. T-Mobile railroaded them, man. They railroaded them. Verizon may be number one in numbers, but as a company, they ain't that great. They railroading their customers, man. They're railroading them. Railroading them. People is like praising Verizon because some people get caught too much. Don't get caught up in these numbers, man. Don't be promoting these numbers with these carriers. I want the best deal. I'll switch to Verizon if they have something like $40 for unlimited or 4 lines or 5 lines for unlimited, just like T-Mobile, because when I'm traveling, Verizon picks up at least 3G in a lot more places than T-Mobile. I don't care. I'm not loyal to any one company. Whoever got the best service and the best plan, that's what I'm going with. However, so many people get caught up into the numbers portion, and you ain't got no stock in these companies. You don't work for these companies. You ain't get kickbacks. You ain't no CEO or nothing. Man, don't support the companies like that. It ain't that. At least can't tell you what to do, but I don't do it. I don't care if T-Mobile had 200 million subs. They're not giving me a check, so I don't care. All I'm saying is I want the best coverage and I want the best price on the plan. I want the best deals on phones. I don't care who the carrier is. I'll go with Cricket if I need to. If Cricket could have 5 million subs, but if they had $30 for unlimited service, I'll take it. Really wouldn't matter. I don't care who has the most numbers. I'll let them clowns deal with that. John Ledger, as cool as he is, he ain't sending me a check. I'm not going to be promoting nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just what it is. I'm going with the best deal. And you should be going for the best deal, too. You know, don't be loyal to these carriers and all these phone brands and stuff, man. Pick who you want to pick. Pick who you get the best deal. That's who you need to go with. But on their side, the shareholders want our money. And, you know, they want to get the most numbers. You know, let them deal with that, man. We the customers. We don't care about that. Even if you work for the company, you ain't got to be that loyal, especially if you know your company is railroading people. Like Verizon agents and reps, they try to act like they got the best deal, man. You could get off this stream, go walk into a Verizon right now. They'll try to tell you that they're the best service ever and they're the best. What they'll start telling you, you buy a Galaxy Note, right? They'll say something crazy like, what kind of cases you like? You're like, well, I ordered some off Amazon. I found it for like $8. No, I can't do it. I'm not letting you walk out of here without 2 cases and a screen protector. That's because they're trying to get commission off of you and sell you a $45 screen protector that's a piece of plastic. Come on, son. Come on. Stop it. Better start speaking up for yourself. Don't buy no cases from the carriers. Don't buy no screen protectors from the carriers. Come on, man. Come on, man. You better hit Amazon or eBay or something. Just keeping it 100. You do what you want to do, but it makes no sense to buy stuff like that from the carriers. Verizon is notorious for this, though. Verizon's notorious. If you ever walked into a Verizon store and activated service, which I have, they'll run some gang talking about, I can't let you walk out of here without this. I just can't do it. They'll try to make it seem like you can't buy the phone. Some people, it works too, man. I was in there doing something, and I was listening to this cat sell these people this phone, man. I was like, wow, man. Are you serious right now? You going to buy this screen protector for $35 just because he's telling you have to? I didn't tell it. I didn't say that to him. I just laughed. I was like, wow, they some suckers. But if this is what they do, they charge like $50 for a case. I'm finna hit Amazon, man, and get me like a sub case for $12 or something like that. It's gonna work just the same. You know, it's just what it is. Amazon for accessories all day, says Fred G, and I totally agree. Amazon all day, Prime shipping all day. Side note, Amazon get ready to raise their Prime by $20 to $119, just so you know, from $99. But yeah, the Sprint, the T-Mobile merger, if it happens, I think it's gonna be good for us. I think it's gonna be good for us T-Mobile customers and us Sprint customers. I'm not a Sprint customer anymore, but they're gonna become one. Yep. I like smart decisions that you never buy either from the protectors from the mall either. I don't buy nothing from the mall. You just still gotta say, hey, LaShawn, it would have been wrong if I would have done that. You know, I felt bad though. I felt bad because they was buying a screen protector for $35 or whatever. You know, go. I'm not making this. I can't make this up. Go in Verizon. Heck, go in T-Mobile. Go in all of the cell phone companies. They got screen protectors, little plastic ones for $35. They got tempered glasses, $35 for one. And they're like, we'll put it on for you. Man, get out of here. Best Buy do it too. Get out of here with that, man. Nope. White Stone Dome for the win. That's the only screen protector I would buy that costs a lot. White Stone Dome. White Stone Dome. All day long. Can't have it. Can't do it. Cannot buy accessories from the mall. Can't buy accessories from all these other carriers. But I feel like I said before, you can only beat this horse up so long. I've changed my story a little bit. You know what I mean? I really hope that Google steps in. I hope that Google is already involved in the background. You know what I mean? With this merger, some kind of way. I hope that they get involved because this could be big for Motorola because they can sell more phones, and Google Fi can take off, man. Imagine Google Fi with the same rate plans as T-Mobile. You know what I mean? Imagine that. 4 lines, $100 on Google Fi. I would probably never lose service. I would have some of the best service ever. Because on my Fi upstairs, sometimes it would kick over to Sprint, and it was fantastic. 59 down, low speeds, 30 up. T-Mobile was like 2 down and 1 up. It's horrible. It's horrible. Horrible. So I'm now at this moment for April 27, 2018. It's your man Jay Will. I'm totally for this merger. That could change tomorrow if they come with some old whack deals and start saying we're changing plans. Probably won't affect me because I'm on the Military One plan. But if they were to change it up, oh, they go Uno Nice, y'all. Uno Nice came through. If they were to change it up and start saying they're gonna change the plans and gotta go, going straight prepaid all day long. I ain't gotta go. Port them out. Port them out, especially with the current service that I'm getting. You know, it's all right, but port it out. Port out. I don't care how long I've been with them. Port it out. Gotta go. I would suggest you do the same. For real. All day long. Don't stay with a company because you think you got to. You just hang with the ones that is giving you the best service and the best deals. Before I get out of here, man, I want to see if I can see a few questions in here. Am I going to review the G7? More than likely. Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, more than likely. Man, I don't know. Because I like BlackBerry. I'm still pro BlackBerry. I don't care what LaShawn say. I'm pro BlackBerry all day long. You know, so I'm just waiting for that BlackBerry 10 device. I know I'm the only dreamer out there, but you know, I'm waiting patiently. BlackBerry, I ain't gonna leave you hanging, man, like you left me hanging. So that's what it is. But LaShawn, I knew LaShawn was coming with it, man. I knew it. I knew they was coming, man. But hey, it is what it is. I'm really hoping that something good happens. I'm hoping that some good things come of this. You know, I really do. I hope it. Nokia 7 Plus. I actually had that on my radar too. Now I ain't give up on the 5T. It's just that they're not for sale anymore. I have to go to swap it and get one. OnePlus, man. Before I get out of here, OnePlus 6. Man, I don't know what. We already know OnePlus's practices, man. We know what they are. We know how OnePlus get down. So it's not a secret. You know what I mean? It's nothing new. It's just the way it's gonna be with OnePlus, man. They're gonna bring out the OnePlus 6. 3 months later, it's gonna be discontinued. The U12, HTC U12, looking for something like that. The BlackBerry Motion has good battery, I know. However, it's $450. I can't see paying $450 for that phone. I've used it too. It's got premium hardware and everything, but not for $450. LaShawn, call him dumb plus. LaShawn be calling him dumb plus online. Trust me, he tripped me out, man. But man, I mean, my OBS disconnect. Oh, okay. I think it says it went back online. All right, we back. I guess. I've never had a stream disconnect. I'm using OBS though on this new computer. So I'm about to. I get. Well, you said I got to pay my. Man, I need to pay my internet bill. I ain't never had my OBS. You know what though? I like about OBS over YouTube Direct. OBS reconnected on its own. I didn't even know it had disconnected. I just saw a message saying OBS reconnected. So I'm actually using the C922 Pro. My backup cam. I was reading my webcam. The C922 Pro, best camera for webcams. It's just the best, hands down. C922 Pro. Man, I'm gonna be doing another live. If you're not following me on, I don't do a lot of live streams anymore. I mean, so I like to do the live podcast. If you're not following me on Spreaker, man, follow me on Spreaker at Mr. J.O. Williams. It's definitely out there. The live podcast is on point, man. We have a lot of fun, and that must be on Verizon. LaShawn, no, man, I've been checking out the draft, dude. Little dude, man. Oh man, we gotta talk about that on another stream. I gotta do a stream on the draft. I've been checking it out, man. Everywhere I've been going, I was at the gym checking out the draft. They got it posted everywhere, man. Yeah, man. Follow me on Spreaker, man. It's Mr. J.O. Williams. I do a lot of podcasts over there. I like doing podcasts instead of live streams now. But I like OBS, man. For that, OBS just reconnected on its own. That's boss right there. I've never had a stream disconnect, but when it did disconnect, it never came back. So shout out to OBS for keeping the stream going. Appreciate it. Misty Rose has now become DJ Will's #1 fan. And on that note, folks, shout out to the replay crew. Everybody who caught me live, I appreciate all the love. Man, it's always good to do a live stream every now and then to reconnect with the people who support you. So I'm about to go ahead and drop off, man. I appreciate everybody who comes through when they can. Take time out of your day. I mean, it's time to go get a late dinner. I'm probably going to skip the gym tonight because I was there late last night. I'm still sore from all them leg lifts and crunches. But remember, you can have all the muscle in the world, but if your chin ain't strong, don't mean jack. So you see all them dudes in there with arms twice my size. Chin is weak, though. Chin is probably weak. It's your man, J. Will, man. I am out. I'll see y'all guys in the next live stream, whenever that may be. Deuces.